With Charlie Cathers about old Dr. Spiceland over in Golden Pond.
He went over in Illinois. He was a butcher. He was a meat cutter, and he taken a bankrupt law. He had a rich daddy-in-law, and he beat everybody that he could. And he went over there to get out of the way of the law, and he went to butcher. Well, he stayed over there till his brother died, and he fell out a bunch of stuff in Golden Pond.
What property in Golden Pond?
Yeah. Property in Golden Pond. And he come back there, and he veterinaried over there. And he bought him some old land for $1.50 an acre or something, just something. He bought 97 acres for $100. Well, he built a fine house out there, and he went in the whiskey business, and he sold whiskey.
Now, he's the one that would sit there and drink, let you come into his house and give you whiskey and a coffee cup so everybody thinks you're drinking coffee.
That's exactly right. And that old woman would steal a nickel off my dead nigger's eye, and you could go there and ask about him for a veterinary and for something that you needed done. And she'd say, well, I don't know where he's at. And you'd say, well, I'd sure love to see him. She'd say, do you owe him anything you want to pay him? If you did, she could call him from upstairs, up at the farm. He had 2 farms. And he was a pleasant old man, too. He had lots of sense. I'll tell you what I offered to do when my youngest boy come back from hunting. He was on his feet. I told him, I said, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll buy a good car. He didn't have no car. He hitchhiked that boy went.
Oh.
Yes, sir. You had to go get him and haul him home back and give him his dinner and supper. I told him, I said, I'll buy a good car if you'll take my boy and get down to practice and take him with you and carry him for 2 years. I said, he's got an 8th grade education. I said, he's got plenty of sense. And I said, then, when he learns what he can learn from you, he'll go to school somewhere. And don't you know he wouldn't do that? He didn't want nobody to learn that. No, he didn't want nobody to learn
that. Well, what all kind of doctoring did he do?
Well, anything that come along from
the horse got the bellyache, he'd get well.
Yes, sir. And he'd take a broken leg in or anything. A lot of them folks over there give him good meal to get a leg broke. If you didn't give it to him, he'd charge you 5 or 6 times the worth of the mule. He'd carry that mule home, swing him up in front of that leg, and in just a little while he'd sell that mule. Why, yes, sir, he got a hold of an old mule that his hoof was going out on his front feet, and it was that long. Well, the man had cut it off, he couldn't do nothing with it. So he got Spiceland out there, and he done about $50 worth of something, didn't do it a bit of good. So he finally said to him, let me sell you that mule. He said, no, I don't want it, no price. Said, well, I'll just give it because you can skin it. He carried him up there to one of the farm, showed that mule up and rode him a foot back there and sold him for about $150, $60 less than a year. Now, he knowed it. He had enough education to do a lot of reading and writing, don't you see? But then he practiced, he studied that stuff. And he started 3 or 4 miles to his farm out in the country out there. And he'd start out there sundown, he'd get back 2 o'clock the next morning. And then the next morning he'd get it, maybe the next day he'd go to the other. He had all kinds of hogs, all kinds of sheep. He built him a house out there on that old shore place we call it.
Did he have a horse and buggy, or how did he
No, he walked. When he couldn't hitchhike.
Well, now, how could he carry his medicine and bag?
Now, I couldn't tell you about he had a great pack on his back just like an Indian.
Oh. How big a man was he?
About 225.
Big old strong?
Yeah, big old strong. And him and his wife finally separated. She went crazy. And the boy come in and got her and carried her to Chicago and put her in a solitary confinement. And he stayed over there at the TBA room. And he went to a hospital in Nashville for a long time. He got sick, and he wouldn't pay him. And they run a garnish on a farm he had up in the hollow there. And taking that, they knowed he had the money. But the 90 acres he had, he sold it for $20,000. Built a 6-room house out there on it, dug a basement under it. Got fellas to make whiskey out there. Had a trough run off down yonder to a hog pen, that mice run off down there.
Well, what did he ever doctor for you?
That old horse was all he ever tried to doctor for me. I went and got him many times for fellas.
Now, they tell me that if he went to doctor something, the first thing he did was to go in the kitchen and eat.
That's exactly right.
They say he'd eat up everything?
Yes, you're exactly right.
Some guy was telling me about
yes, sir.
He was going to cut him a piece of cake, and
yes,
the woman cut off a big piece of cake. He just took the other piece.
Yes, sir. Now listen, And he drank a half a gallon of coffee or milk at any time. But he was the friendliest fellow you ever talked to.
Would he drink a lot of whiskey too?
No, I never did. I never did see him take a drink of whiskey in my life.
Is that right?
No, I never saw him.
He just make it himself.
Yes, sir. So he kept it in his icebox right in there.
And the law, what the law knew about that?
Nothing.
Was they scared of him? Or they
No, they just couldn't catch him.
Yeah,
They just couldn't catch him.
Huh.
And he'd go out the back door. He wouldn't go out the front door of his business, no way, shape, form, or fashion. And he'd go up the creek and up to his farm or take right out through the woods just like that, or going 10 or 11.
Was he part Indian or something?
No. He was born and raised up close to Latin. Old Crossland. He had a half brother that owned about 500-600 acres of land over at one time.
Well, did he have any money when he...
Money. Had all kinds of fungo burnt out, and they told the trunk full of it out, and she sat on it while the rest of the houses burnt out. He didn't have nothing to do with the bank, none whatever. He wouldn't take the old check if he could help it.
Were people borrow money from him?
No, sir, we didn't borrow no money from him.
What was he good with his teeth? Could he raise hogs good and make them do good?
Yes, sir, he made them good.
He had good fat cattle?
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Whole deal.
Yes, sir. And you'd meet him, of course, he didn't go naked now, he wasn't commonly dressed.
Yeah.
He had good clothes. And he'd wrap up, and he didn't care.
I wonder why he wouldn't ride a horse or drive a buggy.
No, I couldn't tell you.
Was
He finally got him an old car, an old coupe car, but he never could do an old lay model, but he never could do nothing with it. Because he wanted to go through the woods.
Well, now, could he handle a horse pretty good?
Oh, my. He could take the wildest mule you ever saw, a 2-year-old colt, to go to castrate him. He just watched from under before. Yeah. I've seen him catch bulls by the tail and hold them, so you could put a rope on there, 500 pounds.
Catch him used by the ear?
Yes, sir.
Put his ear in his mouth?
Yes, sir. And he could take a pump. I was working for old man Crenshaw, Jack Lawson, and Jack was an old skinner horse trader, and he went off and bought 3 or 4 old mules in the spring of the year, and there's the 4 is evolution. I said, we just pumped them up. He rubbed his hands every time, we just pumped them up. He come out there and he had an old pump of some kind, hand pump. He spread pressed down at that ankle, and I went to pump him, and he went to rub him. We got on that, and he was just fat as you please.
Wait a minute now, what are you talking about?
Now that's exactly right.
Under the skin?
Under the skin. Well, he let that stay there too, and he'd come back up there and split that and rub it all out, and you never seen a mule fatten as fast in your life.
What was he pumping under the skin?
Air? Yes, sir. He was hiding on his thing. Now that's right.
Hide back.
Yes, sir. Now that's right.
And he didn't get infected and pus didn't run out of that?
No, sir. He'd let stay there a certain length of time, and he'd come back. He might come back at 12 o'clock in the night. Why, he was all over that thing. Everybody thought lots of him. He was one of the best fellows you ever saw to mix with kids. They just loved him to death. But he wouldn't give them a penny to save their lives. He run a little old restaurant in there, and you and Newton had a farm out way out the other side of Golden Farm. He had one down the bottom, so he went out there to Hill Farm one day and messed around out there till dinner time. He's coming back through Golden Farm. He went into the little old restaurant. He said, Miss Spiceland, what you got to eat today? Well, said, nothing much, said the doctor brought in a fresh young rabbit just to eat, and said, I'll just fix that for you. She went and cooked that thing, and it was a possum. Some possum. He got up and gave her a cussing and left. Yes, sir.
Oh, but did he have any children?
He had 2. That old woman was in that restaurant, she hung it up, and think she's going to get some of that stuff. She'd all right, she'd come in the back door. I feel bad off to him and say no more about it. So big son of a bitch, don't you think so?
Did he pull that on you?
No, he didn't pull that on me. And he didn't pull it on one. He didn't pull it on you and Newton, too. He just knocked the cold hell out of both of them when they come up with him. He hadn't bothered. But I know 2 fellows that they got $500-600 off to keep it away from their wives and out of court. Now listen, they'd do anything. Well, he got his dad-in-law, his old dad-in-law was in good shape. And he got him on a bunch of notes and things and taking the bank up to him. And a blacksmith, he was a blacksmith, and where did he come from? He was anything.
He was?
Yes, sir.
He could put that shoe on, make it fit.
Yes, sir.
But of course, he didn't have any education. He was just...
No, he was all self-made.
But I wonder what kind of medicine all he used.
Well, I don't have no idea.
Somewhere, or just use
I don't have no idea. I don't have no idea. And he had a pair of these old crank sheep shears, you know.
Yeah.
He'd get him a boy and he could shear a sheep. He'd just get his head between his legs and he'd start and he'd shear him before you hardly know.
Oh.
Why, that's the truth. And he's just as good about these bustle hogs as you are.
He picked them right out.
Yes, he picked them out. You know, I brought them through down here after Floyd died. Down here you go now. Floyd died and Bessie come out there one morning and they was off. She said, what are we going to do with them? I said, I don't know. She said, come to Mayfield and let them bring what they're bringing. I said, no. Let's come down here to Dr. McCoy and see what he said. I said, it's going to cost too much. She said, well, carry them down there. Well, I carried them down there and you come out there and look at them. You said, well, yeah, I can pick them up. Well, we went in there and you picked them up and I carried them back and you told me what to do. And it wasn't 4 days for them to go eating. You told me what to feed them and not feed them too much. They went right on out with the rest of them. I don't know what you charge, $5 or $6 or $4 or $5.
$3.
Well, anyhow.
Every time I'd go up to $5, the bottom would fall out of the hog market when nobody bring any back.
That's right.
And I'd go down to $3 and the hog would get up high and I wouldn't get back up.
Yeah.
Well now, when did Dr. Spiceland die? How many years ago was that?
Well, I'll tell you what now. He has died since the TVA taking that property over there for a park here.
Did they have any trouble getting rid of him?
Oh no. He had plenty. He lived there as long as he could. He wrote me after I come here time. He wrote me all my life.
Would you come see him?
No, yeah, he wanted me to come see him, but I never did go. I'd go through there and stuff, but he wanted me to come stay all day with him and talk about old places.
I'd love to have him tell me a few stories. I bet he could tell you.
Oh my goodness alive, yes sir. And now he'd tell you the truth about a lot of things. Yeah. And
could you tell when he was lying?
Yeah, you could tell me.
He started running them hands around. You knew he was after that money, didn't you?
You know it, yeah. And he was partly raised at Linton on Cumberland River. You know where Linton was on Cumberland River, over on the other side of it. It's still in Grigg County. Well, then he left there and come over to what they called Hogbill. Put him up a blacksmith shop. And then he married this Jones woman. He married a second cousin of my wife. Yeah. And her old daddy had plenty, and he was a big... He could do anything. That old man just kept putting money to him. Finally, he got what he wanted. He just popped the bankrupt go to him and dropped him. Old man John Jones and my wife's daddy was on cousin.
Well, what did the old man do?
Nothing. You couldn't do nothing about it.
Was the old man bad to fight or anything?
Oh, Spiceland?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't bad to fight, but if you messed with him, he'd slap you down.
He would?
Yeah,
That'd be the end of it.
Yeah, that's the end of it. You better not go back at him.
Nobody know what happened if they hit him again.
They was having a Halloween party one night, Golden Pond, and they was toting things around and piling up something in front of people's doors and painting their windows and things. He sat around and messed around, and after a while, he started out the back door, and they was going to catch him and throw him in the creek. Sam Burnham was first and grabbed him, and he did. They told him they was going to come to the creek. He just slapped him. He slapped him half the first and he got over out there. Told him, said, now if you get up and come back and I'm going to knock you down next time. Sam said, well, we better be going. Yeah. Now, he didn't raise no row nowhere. No.
Well,
and you could get an argument with him about what he owed you or what you owed him, and you couldn't make him mad at you.
Yeah, right.
No. He would finally pay you, but he was going to pay you a dime at a time. One time they hired my boy to plant some corn. He'd make him a little crop every once. I was living out there and I was working on WCBL. He come along and he said, I want to hire your boy to help me plant my corn. He's going to check it. Had an old mule out there. I said, all right. Well, he went out there and he worked for me there too, and they come a little old tour at Golden Pond. And they said, Daddy, we want to go to the show. And I said, well, now...
What kind of show was it? A little tent show?
Yeah, a little tent show. I said, now, I ain't got no money. They said, well, Dr. Spiceland owed me, he won't pay me. They said, if he'd pay me, well, we could go. I said, well, we'll just go downtown and I'll have you pay. They said, Daddy, you ain't go see him, he won't pay you. Well, we went down there, and I went and asked old Miss Spiceland where he's at. She said, I don't know. Well, I just went around and sat down on the back side of the house where I seen him directly come out and was going up the creek to his farm. I called him and I said, these boys want their money. He said, I ain't got no money. He said, I'll be back correcting them. I said, no, you won't either. I said, no, you won't come back correcting. I said, you're trying to get away right now. You was expecting them this morning. They told you yesterday evening. Well, he hummed and hawed and hummed and hawed, and he said, well, I'll go in the house and see if I can borrow it from Mother. I told that biggest boy of mine, I said, you go down there to the front door. And if he comes out that, you holler and I'll run. If he comes out the back, and I'll catch him again. But he went in then, when he come back, he had every penny of them. Yes, sir.
So what was you going to do if he went out the front door?
Huh? I was going to run around and knock him in the head. That's what I was going to do.
Yeah, but you didn't want no 225.
No.
But you
No, I never would have hit him because he wouldn't let me. You see, he was getting by that stuff. Yeah, he was getting by people. And there's a bunch of them kids that he worked that way in that woods. And they only paid them 30 cents a day. It was back in the 40s, but about the starting of the war. Yeah.
Well, what about, let's see, who was this veterinarian that Dr. John Rayburn used to
I don't know.
mess around with here in town?
I don't know.
The Dr. Goff was,
Yeah.
You knew Dr. Goff.
Yeah.
Who was the other one?
No, I don't know.
Oh, he was an educated veterinarian, I think. But
Well, now, old Dr. Spiceland didn't have nothing but an 8th grade education. That's every bit of education he had. And he could pick up a log big enough to make 2 tires to the cut and told him where he wanted. Yeah. He wore a shoe that long. Wore number 12. Yes, sir.
His wife was crazy, wasn't she?
Well, she went crazy. She went mean crazy. She was mean. Now, she was meaner than old Dr. Spiceland. But as you say now, when you went and got him to come, now the first thing he done was eat.
Well, somebody said that she never would cook anything.
No, she's too stingy.
Wouldn't even.
No. And he's got a boy that's a gangster in Chicago.
He has now.
Yeah. But his girl married some fellow in New York. Married some fellow that was, had an interest in this patent medicine making.
Yeah.
She was a millionaire, a Jew or something.
Yeah.
And she was a big redhead girl, and that old Johnny didn't have no sense. None of them boys was I was raised. Of course, I was grown in the summer, but them boys always hated him. He'd steal their knives and marbles and anything. Yeah.
And he's a gangster.
Yeah.
Did he ever come back home?
Well, he come back once just before. He come back when old Doc died and once before. He come got his man. When Doc had to carry to state hospital, he come got her out of there.
Well, that was.
But now, as far as him just getting out and prowling in your stuff and stealing,
He wouldn't do that.
He wouldn't do that. No, he wouldn't do that.
But if he went out to doctor on a cow, if he could get the cow, he'd rather dig the cow.
Yes, sir. One time, I had that old boy of mine just before he went to Ireland, he was driving a truck to old man in Michigan. And something went wrong, I don't know what. That was a cow that had mentioned that, and they went and got Dr. Spiceland, brought him out there. He done a little something to her, I don't know what. He said, Fred said to him, said, what's the bill? $13.
$13?
Just hold up the baby. Well, he had a cow way down in Iron, about, I guess 15 or 20 miles. Come out there one night to my house, told that boy of mine, he said, you tell Ed Mitchell and won't put the cattle frame on the truck, I want him to go get a cow from you. But he didn't tell him where. My boy was driving the truck with Ed Mitchell was there. So the next morning he went down to work and told Ed, and they just put the cattle frame on the truck, turned that truck. Went down there. Bison told him where's that, and got in the car with him, and down there. They come on back, she was an old broken-legged cow or something, I don't know what. Some folks give it. Well, they got up there and unloaded it down there. Got through, and old man Ed Mitchell rolled his hands like that, said, I guess 20 will take care of it. My gosh, and he made him pay. Yeah.
You got it back.
Yeah, got it back. Of course, it wasn't worth no $20. At that time, you was buying gasoline for 20 cents a gallon.
Well, it wasn't worth $13 to treat his cow.
No, that wasn't.
So it just worked out pretty good.
Yeah, you had to watch him that way. Yeah, you had to watch him that way. And he vaccinated cattle all over the country with black flag. Yeah.
I wonder what they got for that back
I don't know. I worked with no man, but I don't know. I worked with a man that had a lot of them. His first one's ever done in the whole king cattle between them rivers. He went over in Illinois, give $500 for a bull. That was a big price then. That was back in the teens.
Yeah.
And he put him off on a boat over that red land and turned him fast as a cow in 2 hours he was dead.
Remember it.
I don't know. I never did. He never got old fashioned, but he never got We went down there and built up a log heap, dug logs and things, and mules and burned it. That's just one of these things that happened.
Yeah.
He went over and bought a big pile of perch and mire, kept him about 6 months, and one of them died. That's just one of these things that happened. She died, they died before he could get Spiceland to him. Old Spiceland, if one had died before he gets that, he was dead and he was skinned.
Take the shoes off of them, sell them, get the hide.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But this black leg and stuff, when they know they had that, they wouldn't let them have it.
Yeah.
And do that part of
Well, now what years was that in? The 20s or the 30s? Or
well,
the
now he come back to Golden Pond sometime. Oh, I guess in maybe in 1914 or 15, somewhere along.
Did you ever see him operate on anything?
Oh my goodness, I did.
I mean, other than castrating the horse.
Oh yeah, I've seen him operate on everything.
Would they operate on dogs?
Yes,
Did he ever spay a dog?
Anything, yeah, anything.
One day. Did
Well,
they
he
put
did-
him to sleep, just tie him up?
No,
or
he
something?
just tie him up and go to work on him. Yeah. And up and out in the woods and anywhere. He didn't have a fence like you. Of course, the law wouldn't let a man run like that now.
No.
They wouldn't let him. The law wouldn't let a man run like
But they most of them live, these failed.
Oh, yeah.
They
Yeah.
come through it, huh? Bawling and hollering all the
that.
time.
Yeah. And he cut a coat for anything or work on the dead or anything. And when a lot of times he wouldn't go in your house and eat, you had to bring it out on the tray to him. And he just sat down and tried to wash his hands that time he
Sat on a dead horse and eat his dead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And skin every one he could find. If he found a dead cow in the woods, if she wasn't too long, he'd skin that time.
And then he'd, whoever brought him out there, they'd take the hide back, he'd take it somewhere. So what'd you get for hide back in those
Oh,
days?
I don't know. A cowhide was high back there, higher than there now, of course.
Yeah.
High.
Well, now, they tell me a lot of these people would, like old, what's his name up here about Sharp, old man.
Now, I don't know nothing about nobody too much here.
But he'd go out and he'd buy these old mules
Yeah.
and skin them.
Oh, I have skinned them.
Sell the hide.
Me and Albert Thompson and Curlin and Fred would go to Mayfield and Murray and up to Dover and Cadiz and everyone buy every skin. We left Mayfield one night with 33 head.
Well, they said they had buzzards are sitting around on his fences at his house just like chickens.
Why, yeah.
Cut them open, feed
You
us.
know out here where Thompson lives, this barber used to be up here.
Yeah.
Where you turn that.
Yeah.
Now, Quincy Bond's mother lived there. And she fed these old dead mules and things to hogs. She'd give her $2 a piece for them carcasses. And we'd go up and buy them things, come in there and skin them. Some of them was a little high and some of them were. A lot of times fellas would give us one that had old festivals and things.
Yeah.
And they'd buy them carcasses. Well, they'd eat them hogs, eat them bones off of them, they ate the meat off of them bones. Then we'd go out there and take the axe and chop them up and put them in glass sacks and haul them down here and sell them.
Sell them for bone.
Yeah, so. And me and Quincy Bond, the law caught us skinning a mule up here in the stable right where Phillips' Chevrolet was. Chevrolet press is. Quincy had a little stable there.
So what'd they care for your skinning with?
Why, you wasn't supposed to feed the hogs in the city.
Oh, feeding the hogs.
Yeah, had a mule back there and 4 or 5 hogs in there.
Eating on it.
Yeah. The deputy sheriff come down there and told Swink. I was just working for Swink. Said, you're going to have to do something about this. He said, well, I ain't going to do nothing to eat this mule up. Well, then we made a skinning place outside. And they had a bunch of hogs out there, and Swink one morning, Swink told me, said, you take the wagon, go out yonder and get such and such a hog, bring them in here. There's loading car down here to the depot then. I went up there and got them. Come back, I didn't know the man had anything in them at all. So I went out there to carry a load of corn, he bought it from somebody. I went out there. She said, Mr. Guy said something with 2 of my hogs. I said, what? She said, something went 2 of my hogs. I said, well, Swink sent me out here the other day and got 9. Well, said, he got 2 of mine. So she just got in the boat and come down here. Went right in that level and said, now them my hogs, you won't pay me. Now, Swink is just as bad as anybody.
Now you say whenever he put that needle on that.
Yes, sir.
And would he sell him to somebody as being in good shape?
No.
And he wouldn't fill him up full of air, didn't
No,
they?
and then take him out and feed him, no.
No, he wouldn't do that.
No, he wouldn't do that. He'd rub that hour and then go and feed him. Yeah, he'd get him on the menu. You'd never know he'd been iron. But now they're fattened, don't you think? And he had
I
a
don't
big...
think he'd fatten just the same if he had to put all that air on him.
Well, no, I don't know.
Where'd he put the air? All over him? Or just
No,
on
he
him?
just went right down here to this leg and split a hole in there and put that tube up there, and then he went funking and he went to rub him with a corn cob or something, and he rubbed it all over.
Rub him from front end, from his head to the tip of his
Yes,
tail.
sir, down his legs and everywhere else, and when he got under, you could something that just like a banjo hit. He'd stay in there 2 or 3 days, and he'd come back there and split another hole if that and go up and rub it out of it. I told him, I said, I can rub it out. He said, no, you can't. But he'd charge you $3 or $4 for pumping up a mule. Take 2 or 3 nights with you a day. He wouldn't stay all night, but he'd eat 2 or 3 meals with him. Of course, everybody had plenty to eat. They raised it.
Food didn't have a mouth in it.
The food didn't amount to nothing then. And every once in a while, he'd take an ocean and dress up and walk and be gone a week or something like that, and you wouldn't know where he's at, and she wouldn't tell you to say going on. He'd meet you today and sit down and talk to you just like a lady night. And then tomorrow you'd meet him, you wouldn't even speak to him. He was the most peculiar fellow you ever saw.
What did he stink? Did he take a bath, or was he clean?
No, he kept himself clean outside. He'd go off and get his
Yeah.
messed up.
Well, what about his, when he did surgery, did he wash his hands up and keep his instruments clean, or did he just kind of...
No, his instruments wasn't clean. Because he took them in a sack and a little suitcase and thing. Yeah, when he got on, if he was where he could, if he wasn't well pulled on the field or something, he'd find a cow down or a horse or a rag boat or something. But now he could go there and use it.
How did he fix them legs?
He'd burn them up, take them and hang them up. Yeah. And he'd come
What
back.
kind of a harness outfit did he have? Did you ever see one of them hung up?
Yeah, oh yeah, he had a big old leather strap and some chains and things. He'd have to hang them up in the old stable. Well, he had an old stable down there. If you could get one of them, he'd load them on the truck, take them down after trucking business come in. Well,
He just take any kind of old sticks and rags and take his old rape and tie his old leg up. Just take any kind of sticks and stuff.
He'd take that and straighten that. He'd raise that mule up and then he'd straighten that leg down and splinters. Then he'd just wrap it to it. And that mule, I know a mule that was wrapped, was broke way up here, way up there in his thigh and his hind leg. And he showed him out and you couldn't have told it from that and say,
I wonder what kind of wrapping and all he used.
well, he'd just use mule domestic or anything.
Use what?
Yes, sir.
Use what would he use?
Mule domestic or anything that he'd have.
Cotton and
Yeah,
sticks?
everything else. Yeah.
One before.
He'd take his hatchet and whittle him out some splinters. Well,